How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. That's such a beautiful view.
Thank you. I painted it. I painted it. Welcome. Let me do this beginning little family. Okay. So, welcome to yet another episode of I'm on Officials Kuch To Karuna. But today we have a very special guest with us. We have someone um, who is full of the dark side because of her recent show, but quite honestly, is one of the most fun, simple, chill people that I've ever met. Like, if you meet her, you will not think that she's a superstar, and then suddenly you log on to her Instagram page, and then you suddenly Google her, and you're like, oh shit, this is a superstar. So, she's made people at home feel comfortable all the time. And quite honestly, absolutely thrilled that you've been able to join us today. It is a pleasure and a privilege to welcome, for the first time, I'm hosting, and you are the one who's being introduced. So it's a
That's
pleasure and a privilege to welcome Riddhi Dogra to yet another episode of Kuch To Karuna. Hi,
thank
Riddhi.
you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy I'm getting to talk to you.
I know. Now that Asur's gotten over, you become like this big star who doesn't pick up my calls. No, no, it's true. I'm
Oh my god. No. I'm lost to quarantine. That's what I am. I'm being very honest. I have no concept of morning, day, and night, and it's going all over the place. I'm okay with it, but yeah, that's why I missed your call. No other reason.
don't lie, don't lie.
I'm not
You've been
lying.
you've been missing my call not for one day. you just because you were doing script readings, that doesn't mean that you forget I am on. No.
That you're no, I don't. I will never forget you guys. But yeah, before quarantine, I was writing. I was doing a lot of work, and now everything has sort of come to standstill. So
So,
yeah.
so, tell, so tell me, how is quarantine changed your life? Like, how is your life been different post
It's
quarantine?
it's not changed my life much because this is me. I'm a very homebody kind of a person. I think what has changed is earlier I would probably sit and meditate, out of choice. It's not happening so easily. There's too much restlessness and anxiety from what's going on and how things are panning out outside. So my screen time has gone down. I'm not watching news a
Your
lot.
screen time has gone down. You're
Yes.
one of the few people whom I know whose screen time has gone down. I am averaging about 7 hours now on my phone every day.
What? Oh my God. No, but
And
listen, your work is, this is your work also. So, I mean, you cannot count this as screen time.
this is not my work. This is not at all work. This is young people forcing me to compel people like you to come on live and tolerate me.
Oh my God, please. Don't talk like that. That's no tolerating anybody or anything. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. I wish we were sitting across and having a cup of coffee and talking. But
No,
this is
no, I think everyone wishes that that would happen, but I think knowing you, you must be the happiest, no? Like I think if there are sets of people who could be happy being quarantined and being at home, from knowing you, I'm pretty sure like you are happy sitting at home and meditating, chilling.
very happy, very happy. I know, like I said, it's even for me, it did take sort of a, like, it was a bit of a, there was a lot going on in my mind in terms of just the anxiety of not knowing what's going on, and how bad this is and everything. But being at home is very easy for me. I can easily spend time with myself, read, write, meditate, and
Hmm.
so yeah, that is not a problem for me at all.
Listen, even I try to meditate, but and this is something that really happens. Like I really try to meditate. I sit, okay, I sit properly, and then I put my hands like this, and then I start meditating. Now the problem with me is the second I start to see, I'm sitting like this every day, okay, and I'm meditating. But then suddenly, All of a sudden, after 15 minutes into the meditation, I realize my eyes have shut. And then 2 hours later, when I get up, that time I realized that 1 hour 45 minutes I was sleeping and not meditating.
But that's okay.
But
I mean, I hope you know that's okay. In meditation, it's actually great if you end up sleeping. Like it's fine. It's totally okay. Yeah, it just means that you were so relaxed. See, the thing is, a lot of people who start meditating and who don't meditate regularly, it tends to happen to them that they fall asleep and they feel sleepy. That's because there is so much going on. So if you're giving yourself some relief, you will fall asleep. So it's totally cool.
so if I'm giving myself 1 hour 45 minutes of sleeping and 15 minutes of meditating, I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, you are. Trust me, you are. I'm being very, very frank and like very honest. No jokes here. You are.
No, but tell me, you're one of these few people that I can ask this question to. That honestly, when it comes to meditation, what's the way to meditate? Like, because a lot of people come on this conversation, but I don't know whether they would be the right people to advise young people on meditating and all of that. With the stuff that you put up on your Insta, I am pretty confident that you know all the secrets to meditating.
No,
So,
there is no secret. I think the first and foremost thing, I feel meditation. Whoever's watching this and whoever's listening in, meditation is important for everyone. You know, I mean, it's not about being in a sad place. It's not about having a problem. It's nothing. It's just it's sort of a center and a balance that you get for whatever you want to do in your life. So you almost feel very powerful after you meditate, and you feel cleansed, you feel light. And I feel the easiest way for anybody who's starting, you know, who's starting and doesn't really know how to do it, I think would be to put some music, you know, dim the lights and light some candles around you, and then no problem, sleep, no problem. And then close your eyes and you focus on your breath. And it's okay to sleep. It's okay to have your mind, your monkey mind go on and on and on and on and on.
yeah,
That's a very,
thoughts keep going on, yeah. Thoughts keep circling and circling and circling.
what, the mind.
Yeah, like it's like, acha, so what's going to
That's the
happen
whole
next?
point. That's what we have to cross. So you have to get to a point where you say, okay, fine, talk, fine, now, okay. Now there's another thought, there's another thought, there's another thought. So you have to get to a point where you just observe those thoughts and then you move to the next level. So it's like a slow and steady.
Step by step by step.
Yeah.
Missing
Totally.
button. And how many hours do you spend on meditation?
So that's what I'm saying. Before quarantine, I could meditate all day long. Like I could meditate, you know, get up, have my meals, do a little bit of work if I'm at home, and that's it. I would be able to meditate all day long. But after quarantine, it's become difficult, and I haven't been able to meditate so regularly.
Because you've been handling the house and doing everything else.
No, also I feel. I mean, um, like it's unusual. This time is unusual. So it's you don't know whether you want to wrap your head around it. You don't want to get too comfortable. You don't want to. You want to take each day as it goes. At least that's how I am. I don't like having too much structure and make a structure and then do what with it. If this ends, then you go back to your normal life. So every moment, every day is very different from another, and I'm mostly going by that. Like yesterday I had a great meditation. Today I haven't meditated. Yesterday I meditated in the morning and it was fantastic. I don't know where an hour and a half went, but today I haven't meditated till now, so maybe I'll do it now in the night.
Hour and a half of
Yeah.
meditation.
Yeah.
So become a yogi, no? You'll become a yogi,
I do
but don't,
call myself an urban yogi.
but don't become Adityanath. We have already one. This is my sense. So the problem with me hosting is I'm not like a normal host like you guys, all right? So like you all are all really
Should I
hosts
ask you questions?
and- Sorry, what?
Should I ask you questions?
So this is me talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah. But But so it's very awkward. So when I don't know what to do, I take inspiration from Chandler and make awkward jokes.
Go ahead.
I already did, Baba.
Be
But
more awkward.
trust me, you would definitely see me more awkward for sure. But tell me. So your quarantine also involves a lot of Netflix and chill, or Netflix and chill is.
No, like I said, I'm not watching a lot. You know, I've just been. I think my day starts with trying to meditate, and then I drink my tea. I'm you know, just taking it easy. Then I do my housework. Then there's food, and I do watch something, but mostly in the night before I go to sleep. You know, I'll try watching something, but I've not been regular. I've realized. I mean, unless a show hooks me, I don't really like watching web series. I prefer watching films.
This is after you've been in a web series.
Listen, now that is work, but we can all have first. I didn't watch TV, but I did a lot of TV.
No, but okay, you're one of those people who's told me that the reason to get even more famous than what you really are today, which is also very, very famous, is so that you can use that fame in order to influence and do good.
Yeah.
Now, this thought process very few people have. Altruism is a quality that very few people have. With no disrespect to your fraternity and to performing arts, I think very few people have the spirit of altruism imbibed in them. Also, having such serious conversations, very few people are able to have those serious conversations. But you've often been accused of having too serious a conversation by your friends, yeah? On so
No,
it,
not anymore.
no.
No, because you know what? So the great thing about whatever's happening right now is everyone is talking that language. Everyone is talking about gratitude. Everyone is talking about minimalism. Everyone is talking about we don't need to chase anything. We don't need to do. I mean, we all have personal accomplishment. We all need to accomplish things that we want to, and we want to do things that are our goals. But mindlessly chasing, everyone is talking about it. So not anymore. Now I have people, and I'm like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that people are talking like this.
But these days, any which way, what will you chase? What can one chase possibly? One can't get out of the house. How will you chase anything? But
Like a lot of people around me are saying, what's the point of all the chase that we had been putting ourselves in?
what's the point of all the hustling and the chasing and this and that?
Yeah.
Correct. You'll never see an Instagram post of me saying go hustle, because
Don't. Like I tell people I mean, obviously you hustle because that's the need of, if you're working in I mean, my industry thrives on that. But I say I'm between hustling and aligning. I'm hustling.
listen, you make equally bad jokes here. Now this is going to
I make horrible jokes. I'm really bad. I'm so bad, dude.
In your case, you're pretty and good looking now, so you get away with it. In my case, that doesn't happen. So that's the problem.
I think I'm being very funny and no one laughs, and it doesn't help. Pretty doesn't help. You want people to laugh at your jokes, but no one does.
No, but okay. So tell me, on the second segment, it's called Tumbi Karuna. Okay, the second part of this show is called Tumbi Karuna. One of the things that I would recommend people to watch is because of your stellar performance. And not saying this as a friend, but quite legit. I have seen only 1 minute of it. I've only seen 1 minute of it. I'm just joking, but I think it is something that people should go and watch. Tell us more about this entire journey of yours, yeah. In Asur, like, what was your character about, and what was the experience like?
Yeah, sorry, what?
What was the experience like?
Experience was fantastic. I did the show for the experience. Just the joy of working with a team that is passionate and that is driven to make a great story. And Asur happened to be that for me. I'd been testing for a lot, and when I tested for this, I went and I met the producer and I met the director, and my friend was doing it, Barun Sopti. He's also an actor. So I was very comfortable, and I like to do characters that are very, very like different from me. So the story and what the role was, there was like a no-brainer. I knew it's going to be different, and I knew it's a different world. they are forensic officers, and I know nothing about that. But I do know what it's like to be a girl in a room full of boys, because when we shoot, it's like that. You're sometimes the only girl amongst like all men. So I know what that means, and I brought that sort of into my character, and made sure that I did justice to her as a person. Asked a lot of questions on set, and it was just a ball. Like, I worked with Arshad Varsi, and my God, such a humble guy, so chilled out. He's got a firm head on his shoulders, and makes light of every situation, and doesn't take things too and life too seriously. So I just was very happy to learn from these people.
So is he like Circuit in Munna Bhai MBBS? Is he actually like him? Like
No,
the
I mean,
character?
he doesn't say bhai main kar dunga. He's not like that, but he's really funny. So when I was shooting with him, I remember my first scene with him, and here I am standing, and he's here, and he's cracking up. Like, our show is so serious. It's everyone is it's very, very like dark and edgy and all of that. And on set there was Sharib and there was Arshad, and they were just forever cracking up. And I'm like, guys, I can't. How do I do
Victor.
this?
Victor.
You guys are just too damn funny. I said, I can just remember all your dialogues, and I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. And I think that was like the icebreaker between us, and all of us started laughing, and we did our scene, and all our scenes are so serious. But if you see the making, there was not a moment that Arshad didn't crack a joke. We were just like always in splits.
But then that is about you. Like, if you add humor to anything, it becomes the thing becomes so much more lighter and enjoyable. Yeah.
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 And
Even for me, when I was on set, my character is very, calm and collected and very focused and very serious. And obviously, it's a serious job. She's working with dead bodies. And I am like this full of energy. I mean, you know it. Your team knows it. I am, and everyone.
oh my God, let's do this.
So
I know.
I was always jumping in between all my scenes. So if you had seen the show, you would be like, really? Because I'm so serious on the show. But between, cut and the next action, I was like just all over the place. I even twisted my ankle and got like a sprain and all. Yeah, I was quite...
You were the Akshay Kumar on set, jumping from one end to the other. No, but see, you're not just an actor, but you actually are quite a bit of an inspiration. And not just quite a bit, but I think you are a tremendous inspiration for a lot of young people. I know of young people who've shadowed you and who've traveled with you. Whenever you've traveled for an IMON conference. And when your post went up, I'm not joking, we've hosted people who are movie stars, we've hosted people from politics, but okay, Nakul is here. So hi Nakul. Congratulations on your first, he says, congratulations on your new look after taking a shower. I'm inspired by my elder friends, such as yourself. Do you know Nakul is celebrating his 80th birthday very soon?
And
He particularly does.
Inspector Murillo.
He comes every episode, yeah? He comes only for 2 minutes in every episode, and he has to troll me. Anyhow, so what I was saying...
Lots of love to you and Janki. I hope you guys are safe.
And Nakul, I hope you're cooking and you're made to cook. Riddhi is my inspiration too. Okay, now he's just going to continue. Okay, so... Acha. So, but all these young people keep mentioning, saying that, you are their inspiration. And honestly, I'm not joking. Today, I had messages from all of these IMON people who've interacted with you. All these young people messaged me and they told me saying that, Riddhi is an inspiration and I'm so glad that we have her. But the reason is because you're using your influence on young people to effect positive change. Today is the World Earth Day. And I was waiting for an opportunity to call you on a day which would make sense. I don't think there would be a more appropriate day than this, because you speak for the environment much before the world realized, and a lot of people in your fraternities realized about the environment. So Your thoughts, World Earth Day. What is the biggest upside of this pandemic?
Yeah, the upside is that I mean, I've been saying this. I've been having these conversations with a lot of people that, you know what, people keep saying our glaciers are, our glaciers are melting, animals are dying, everything is becoming extinct, and this and that, and people think, humans think that though nature is going to finish, and I have been like, I mean, my conversations have been that no, nature's not going anywhere. It's going to throw you out. So the
Correct.
biggest upside of this pandemic, look at the world, it's flourishing. Look at nature, look at the sky behind you. I mean, it's, I'm sure you can see far more clearer than you could earlier. We can all see like way more, and this is just what we've been in at home for 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, and look at how nature is taking care of itself. We don't have to take care of nature, we just have to take care of ourselves. I think people need to realize, I mean, there are obviously all kinds of conversation about, even if you want to be, I would even go to the extent of saying, even if you decide, no, I cannot do without eating non-vegetarian, for example, you get your own animal, then do like how it was happening in the age old time. We need to, I was talking to someone and I was saying this, that I think gardening, growing our own vegetables, a lot of people were doing it, but now it's going to become the woke thing. It's going to become the in thing after the pandemic. And I really pray, I mean, when everything started and people have been home, working from home, I've been asking a lot of my friends who are doing office work, and I'm asking them, has your work been different? Is it suffering? And they're all saying, no, it's better. My friends are looking better, their skins are glowing.
It's the night. It's not anything else.
I was talking, but generally, all the people that I've spoken to who go to offices and they travel so much every day, everyone's able to do so much in a day. Everyone's able to look after. So if the people who are in the power seats and who take these calls, it's all in their hands. I mean, if we
Correct.
need to be way more aware at where we are, like, I mean, I'll tell you something very funny. And it's funny because I find it very weird that something so simple is taken as, oh my God, how can Riddhi do that? I don't know if I've mentioned it to you earlier, but I love joking about it. I don't have an air conditioner in my house. And did I tell you?
Yeah, you told me about this. Huh? But go on.
So,
We need to hear about this. Yes. Everyone needs to hear about it.
something, it's so simple. I'm just one person, but we all need to do what we can. If you can afford to not have 2 cars and have one, or not have 4 cars and have two, we need to do that. We cannot keep chasing, and I think that's the biggest upside of this pandemic, that everyone is talking on those lines on their own. No one is feeding them anything. No one is telling them this is the way to go. People are experiencing it on their own. People are talking about it on their own. And I think that is amazing. And I just pray and hope that people remain this, they remain awakened
The
to this
business.
time. They stay
Correct.
awake.
No, it's very true, yeah. But these days, even if you own 2 cars or 4 cars or 7 cars, you can't do anything, because at the end of the day, despite the petrol prices being the oil prices being as cheap as they are, almost negative, yet you can't go out. So the idea is that I saw this one one frame on Instagram, I think one picture on Instagram, which said that the animals are outside and the humans are inside the cage.
The cage
Uh,
And I
and
think
that
we all need to be indoors, and we all need to do this.
that's why you can see the sky. It's very clear. Also,
Beautiful, yeah.
It really helps because I just did my LASIK before this. So, so but the idea is that, quite honestly, the environment has been one of the biggest upsides of this. Has been the fact that Greta Thunberg's been crying about it. Young people world over have been crying about it. But what young people could not do, God helped them to do, I feel.
Yep. Absolutely. In the past 1 or 2 years, how much conversation there has been about environment, universe, nature, we are all one. I mean, good, bad, in whatever way, there have been a lot of conversation. And the universe listens, the cosmos listens. The energies of the that's around us, it listens. It listened to Greta Thunberg. She created such a stir in the world. The universe listens to you. So whatever, even if it's
At 11:11. At 11:11.
yeah. So I mean, so it what you throw out to the universe, it comes back. So
Right. No, I really think the universe listens, and I definitely think that if there is a lot of positive energy in anything, it will fructify. Shah Rukh Khan said that dialogue, no, I forgot the name of the movie, but he said this dialogue that किसी चीज को something he said.
किसी को अगर दिल से चाहने की समथिंग करो तो पूरी कायनात उसे आपके
This is why you're the actor and I'm not the actor.
I didn't even say the dialogue properly, but thank you so much.
You at least said some parts of the dialogue. Look at on the other hand, it was me. Yeah. So, but it's true, isn't it? 11:11, or forget 11:11. But the idea that Greta Thunberg and so many young people have been crying, saying, "Save Mother Earth. There is only one planet." And then all of a sudden, we have the Great Awakening, as so many people say. That this is the time for a great awakening, because people are compelled to sit at home. They are compelled to look at either themselves in the mirror. But just in my case, I started with that. But at the end of it, I got tired, and then I started looking inward. That's true. Because,
which is great.
And I think that's happening to young people all the way from 13, 14, 15, all the way up. And I think that great awakening, because I know that you really believe in spirituality, and I know that you really believe in this. And if you don't mind talking about it, because I've not touched upon the subject otherwise.
Okay.
So the spirituality and the upside of the pandemic.
I think it's very, very, spirituality is something which is, I mean, we are all spiritual. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt before you start. On the basis of your speech and your answer, will we cast you in the next web series that we are producing?
Sure. Someone saying you are Mother Nature, Riddhi. They made me Mother Nature.
No, but
I mean, see, spirituality is we are all spiritual beings. But I don't like talking about spirituality as such, because it's a very, very personal journey for each one of us. It happens very uniquely for every individual. There are reasons why one person is awakened to something at some point in their lives, and another person is awakened to something at another point in their lives. And so I can only say that at any point in life, it's very important to be with yourself. It's very important to know what choices you are making, be aware of the choices you are making. And we have all, like I said, the chase that I was talking about, the chase does drive you a little crazy, and you tend to run. People had forgotten basic manners, basic etiquettes. I mean, I strongly believe that people had forgotten what is the integrity of a human being. Also, people had forgotten, at least the ones I was seeing all around me. And I think it's very important for all of us.
You pick up my phone now. That's the problem. If you picked up my phone, then it would have been different. But
yeah. Give it, you can give it to me, no problem. What I'm saying is that it's very important for us to be aware of the choices we make, even as young adults, people who are trying to figure out what to do with their lives, what to do with their talents, what to do with their skills. If they just make conscious decision, like I mean, this is something which came to me on its own, and long back I had decided that I am going to. It's my nephew. He lives in the same building as me, and He wants to come in the house. I'm going to.
Yeah.
He's not
Uh-huh.
going to stop. He is not going to stop. Yes, 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 yes.
It's those are fun, no?
I am going
Those
to.
are
Ivan,
fun.
come. You have to talk here. Come here.
we'll, we'll tell him
Come.
hello.
Yeah. 1 second. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hello.
Hi. Hi. So
This
cute,
one
yeah.
is looking at you. Okay, wait. Let me finish this, then we'll do. Okay.
So cute. So he
So
calls you Riddhi Masi.
my brother lives a house below, so I am pretty
He calls you
blessed.
Riddhi Masi. So he calls you Riddhi Masi. No.
No, Bua. I'm Bui.
Bua, Bua.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So,
But sorry, you were saying.
so I just feel that as young adults, people need to be aware of the choices they make, and spirituality is something that will come to you on its own. It's your inner voice, your gut.
Hmm.
Those things they do talk to all of us, and that's the beginning of our spiritual journeys. As individuals, it's like it's something very very intrinsic. So I cannot really talk about spirituality as if there's a model to it and this is what you do, but one must definitely meditate. I think meditation is the key to being better versions of ourselves. And I remember what I was telling you earlier. I remember I saw some video many years ago, and it said that there was a grandfather talking to a child in the video and said that I have a message for you in case when you grow up and I'm not there anymore. I want you to remember this, that always leave the world a little better than what it was when you were born.
Correct. Very true.
That sort of became my motto. Like I was like, that's it. I am just going to follow that, and wherever that takes me, I'm going to go with it. And that's really it. Other than that, we all have our own spiritual journey. So
Correct. So,
not
but
really.
it's basically like the path doesn't, you don't choose the path chooses you.
That's right. Absolutely,
Like,
you said it very well.
I understand.
You
I just,
understand everything. Keep quiet.
I think it's okay. But listen, I'm supposed to be the light-hearted, humorous host. You're supposed to give all the gyan, and what you are doing today, I think very few people, in fact, nobody has been able to do in the last 22 days. Quite honestly, now, I'm not joking. We'll edit this part out when we make it into a video. Uh, but before we let you go and chill with your nephew, which is I think a very cool thing to do.
Yeah. He wants me to make some. What do you want to have? Chocolate? Yeah. So we make homemade chocolate. We don't use sugar, and so that's what we are going to do after this.
But listen, you can do with a lot of sugar, not just a little bit of sugar. You can afford to do a lot with a lot of sugar.
No, but I don't take sugar. I don't take any sugar. Only natural sugar for me.
But let me come to the last part of
Yeah.
what I need to talk to you. It was a 21-day lockdown. Okay, so
Yeah.
we had a few questions in rapid fire.
Okay.
First there were supposed to be 21 questions, but then what happened is that people, by the time they reached the fourth or the fifth question, they would look outside the window and they would point saying, "Jump, jump." Which I didn't make the 21 questions. The 21 questions were made by the team members who shadow you around. So then they asked those hard-hitting, incisive questions. So then I changed it and then I asked 4 or 5 very nice questions, which are very
Okay,
simple.
fine. Go
Okay.
ahead. You can ask me 21 questions also. No problem.
Listen, so the first question is, who is your favorite co-star? This I had to ask because everyone wants to know. See, now you understand why people pointed outside.
Yeah, okay, I know. My favorite co-star, the person I see in the mirror.
And I thought you were very humble and all, yeah. But
No,
chalo,
but I
theek hai.
can't choose
I mean,
between so many of my co-stars. I love them all.
and a little bit of self-love is always good, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. But your favorite Hollywood actor. Now, come on, this is
I
not
know.
controversial.
No. I have a favorite Hollywood actor. Hollywood, right?
Hollywood, Hollywood.
Leonardo DiCaprio. I loved him when I was very little and he did Titanic, and now I'm just so proud that he talks about the environment the way he does, and he talks about things that matters, and I can proudly say that he's my favorite Hollywood actor.
No, and he's pretty much utilizing his fame exactly for good. So which is I think the best thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Coming back home, Bollywood. Tell me, who's your favorite actor?
Well, Bollywood, my favorite actor is one and only Shah Rukh Khan. I think he's had a huge impact on me as a kid when I was growing up. I have, it's less about him as an actor on screen and more about him and how his interviews have shaped me. I've so much I've read of whatever he says used to make so much sense to me as a kid, and it really shaped me a lot. So thank God we had a Bollywood actor like that, and because I was busy reading, magazines, film magazines. So I'm glad that there was a Shah Rukh Khan in there who could impart some knowledge to me.
But you learned from Shah Rukh Khan. I learned from Harry Potter. Baba. So So I grew up reading J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter most of the times. Up until the time my mom said, "You're just now a fat boy who does not indulge in any physical activity. So I want you to go down and I want you to play." So I used to then only keep my Harry Potter down, and that was a huge. Have you read Harry Potter?
I haven't. Sorry. I apologize. I apologize.
The next time around, we will screen the people that we get on this show. Okay, so tell me, which is your favorite sitcom?
Friends. I don't think I've been saying too much. I love Friends.
And your favorite character? Of course, I've seen Friends 4 times over.
Yeah. Love it. And they're coming out with a special. I'm so glad that they're also combining that with the cause, and it's good.
What's your favorite character from Friends? Let me guess. Let me
In
guess.
Friends?
In Friends.
You want to guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rachel?
Okay. No, but I actually like Ross the most.
Really?
I just find him really funny.
He's very cute also, yeah.
geeky and so funny. I love it. I love his I love everything he does, but I like all of them. Like, it's very difficult to choose. They are all so good. I mean, Phoebe is so good. Chandler, they're all so good.
It is no surprise and no wonder that you were watching some of the intellectual speakers who had come to IIM. Despite being the host, you were sitting there and you're watching them, you're looking at them. And I'm like, very rarely do hosts, or for the matter anybody else, come ahead and listen to other people. Now I'm understanding why. Because because Ross. But okay, so my last question, and with your permission, then we'll open it up to everyone in the audience. They've been very patient to listen to me yap.
Yes.
So we'll ask a couple of questions from the audience, okay? But the last $1 million question.
Yeah.
If you answer this question correctly, I will transfer 1 million Zimbabwean dollars to your bank account. Pakka.
I live for that. Come on, give it to me.
So the nation wants to know, okay? And at 9 p.m., a very popular anchor will go like, "The nation wants to know, Riddhi."
Yeah, okay.
And the question is, which is your favorite platform to address young people? And there are 2 choices.
IIMUN.
Yay!
Always and forever.
Oh, same. I'm holding the phone with one hand.
Okay.
But this is absolutely the right answer. You're giving the right answer on the right platform. You can join politics.
It's my I feel really grateful that I actually got that email from you guys, and that I was like, I am sticking to you guys for everything. You can't get rid of me. Even if I don't take your calls, you can't get rid of me. You're not getting rid of me. I'm here to stay.
Yeah, we're not going to leave you. The organization's not leaving you.
I will send my nephew to IIMUN when he grows up a little bit.
He has to be 13 years old, and then he's with us till he's 24. Then we'll leave him at 20.
Okay,
Then he becomes a big star, and then we'll add him to you. Well, to the roster. Done. Done. Actually, now let me take questions from the audience because
Yeah.
everyone's. I've got a question. You this question: if you had to join politics, okay? If you had to join politics, would you join any political party or would you start a new political party?
I would start a new political party. I'm sure that's the right answer, but
It's the right answer.
okay.
There are so many young people who are tired of both the right and the left. They don't want right and they don't want left. They want center. They want somebody who's sensible.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, the
yeah.
first question is, how are you so positive all the time? Tell me.
Well, who's that? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get the name.
I also didn't get. It was Anju Munja. Anju Munja.
Okay, hi Anjum, Anju or Anjum, if I get your name right. I do not stay positive all the time. That's a myth. Nobody can be positive all the time. What we can be is allow ourselves to feel whatever we feel, and that's what I do. I give myself time to be in a low mood. I give myself time to when my energies dip. I give myself time when I want to cry. I give myself time when I'm angry. I don't ask myself, why am I feeling like this? We don't ask ourselves, why are we happy when we are happy? We don't ask ourselves, why am I smiling when I'm smiling? But so likewise, when we cry, we should not ask ourselves, why am I crying? And why am I feeling like this? So I think the point of positivity is really to just live life, live your life in the moment. I'm here right now, I'm talking to you, my nephew is here, so this is the most important thing to me right now. Nothing else matters, and that's what will keep you most centered. I mean, imagine at a time like this, if we want to stay positive, that there is only that much we need to do, and that is to be in the moment, because we're already doing what we need to do, which is to stay at home. Apart from that, I think if there's anything we should do, it's just be present in the moment that you are in. And that is, I think, it helps you live life with ease.
And the last question, which I'm going to take, is Swapnil, the perfect guy, has asked this question. I don't know why he's called the perfect guy, but probably because he is the perfect guy.
And maybe self-love. Self-love is important.
So he's asked you, which is the book that you are currently reading?
Which book? So I just started reading 2 days back this book by Michael Singer's called The Untethered Soul. Have you read it?
I don't. These are very heavy books. I don't read all these books.
No, it's actually a very simple book, and someone told me about it. Someone told me about it, and I was planning to read something else, and I started this, and I feel like...
Can I spoil it? Can I spoil it for you?
What? Why? What do you mean?
No,
Read it?
yeah, a little bit only. Yeah. So then I was like, "Thoda, I will spoil it for you, only thoda." No, but I'm joking. But before you leave, give me a recommendation for young people to read. Another thing that I can ask you. Yeah, a recommendation for young people to read. Something online that they can purchase and read.
I think by young you mean 13, 14?
13 to 24 age bracket.
24. There's so many. That's a huge window. But I feel anyone at this point, if they haven't, they must read Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. This is a bittersweet time to read that book, but I think it's a good time to understand, how someone who was living in such difficult circumstances and time had such a positive outlook towards life and living. So much so that we remember her till date after so many years. Then there's a book by Paulo Coelho called Like a Flowing River. I always seem to recommend it to everyone. It's a collection of his newspaper articles and poems that he's written. And it's an easy read. So definitely that. Please read the book by Michelle Obama. I think that is a powerful, powerful book. And I don't know if maybe people have already read these books, but yeah, these are good, simple, easy books.
By finish, if you had recommended so many books to me, it would have taken me a lifetime to finish all of them. But
I'm sure you're a reader.
I don't know. I am, and I've.
Tell me 3 books that I should read. And
3
everyone
books.
over here. Or whatever, 2, 1, whatever.
Okay, so one book which I will tell everyone to read is this fantastic book, which I don't know whether you've read, but it is an amazing book. I think it's a New York Times bestseller. It is written by this young author. He's very dynamic, and I think he's one of the coolest people in our country. But very few people know about him, but because he keeps a very low profile. The name of
I
the
know
book.
where this is going.
I know. Yeah. This is a wonderful young author that I'm talking about. I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. I'm
You have
just.
to write a book. I want to write a book someday.
Have you read my book? No, no. First you read my book, then I'll teach you.
Fine. Done.
Done. But on that note, people have seen you on screen right now in a serial called Asur: The Dark Side.
Yeah.
If I know one person who exudes positivity and light, and is the extreme opposite of the entire show, in terms of positivity, and only positivity, it is this one person that I am so glad and thrilled that I could have today.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. And I apologize in front of everyone for not taking your call. Now we have to drop this. Now, okay. What we'll do is I will call you 3 times. Don't take my call. Okay?
No, yeah, I know, and I feel so happy when you tell me that you're spending time away from the show. You're one of the few people who actually is. So I'm thrilled. I don't feel bad at all, but I have to do a little bit of drama. Yeah, come on. Well, thank you so much, Riddhi. I hope to see you very soon in IIMon. On behalf of everyone that is IIMon, we're looking forward to seeing you very, very, very soon.
Very, very soon. I'm also looking forward to it. I want to say to everyone over here, you guys are fabulous. Just by means of being a part of IIMUN and being champions.